The owner of the Jags, dude named Khan, right? The losingest franchise in America. Like the first to 100 losses. The worst franchise ever in the history of the NFL. This guy Khan owes it. So he owns this franchise. He gets a coach in there last year. This coach decides, hey, look, I ain't worried about Top Golf. I'm worried about turning a culture around. His name was Urban Meyer. Oh, man, did you see that picture of Urban? That's between him and his wife. He's right home on the plane. General manager told him, don't worry about it. Urban Meyer brought a level of toughness in. Urban Meyer brought a level that he was going to do what Urban Meyer does, which is turn this around. I mean, I can read it for you if you'd like. I mean, I did a little investigating because I hate when people renege on deals. What about you leaving West Virginia? Well, I left West Virginia because they were cheating, and the president told my wife that he was going to destroy us, and I told him to kiss my ass. Just saying. Anyway, so Urban Meyer has a history of this. Bowling Green was 2-9 when Urban Meyer took over there. 5-7 Utah. 7-5 was Florida. 6-7 lost nine scholarships in a bowl game. Was Ohio State. The Jags were 1-15. I went and researched all this. So worst franchise in all of sports, worst facilities in all of sports, worst roster in all of sports. So you go in there, you try to change a losing culture. A lot of us believe you teach winning. Your work ethic, toughness. Treat players like gods. You get the best trainers, the best nutrition, all that stuff. And you can look this up. That's exactly what Meyer did. You make it so tough, you make it so disciplined that people will never give in. Now, in his way, that's what Bill Belichick does. But Meyer comes in there. The media gets sideways. Sure, he made a mistake or two, but what are you going to do? Only people that are perfect is you. The rest of us, we try like hell. So Shaka Khan here is trying to discredit Meyer because he owes him $25 million. So they leak all this stuff. Wow. We need this. And they got their front man, Doug Peterson. They got to remember Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning coach that was so bad at his job, they fired him 2 years later. They knew they caught lightning in a bottle with a moron. So Doug Peterson takes the job. Why? Doug Peterson takes the job so he could prostitute himself to this guy, Khan. So Khan is, through Doug Peterson, leaking all this stuff. Can you imagine this? I want all you football players to look at me. I want you all to look at me, and I want you to look at me in all seriousness. NFL football players, dudes that walk around telling you I'm a man, right? Dudes that I believe are men, smart, tough, all that kind of stuff. They needed, quote, kind of a healing after being coached by Big Bad Urban. Kind of a healing. Old Sunshine, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence, he's pretty. He needs healing because Dabo's not there to take him down the water slide. We don't play miniature putt-putt after. No, we're in the NFL where we got to change the worst culture in the NFL around. The worst in the history of the NFL. Like, here's the deal, and this is historic. The Pittsburgh Steelers were god-awful. Look it up. Look up back when the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears were in the same division. Then all of a sudden Chuck Noll comes in. There's a little bit of toughness. Boom, they win. There's never been that guy. You can say Tom Coughlin, and maybe he was. But they needed a Tom Coughlin. 5 minutes early is 5 minutes late. Urban Meyer comes in, but old Khan and his little son Tony. Now you got to understand Tony. Tony's running the wrestling. So, hey, look, I got no problem if you want to fire Urban Meyer. That's what you want to do. You're the boss. I mean, there ain't a damn thing that I can tell you. There's nothing. Nothing. That nothing anybody can do. But pay the man his money. Don't be so chicken blank that you're leaking things out. And that's what's happening here. And you got your little hooker, you got your little prostitute, Doug Peterson, to be out in front. We needed healing. We did? We needed healing. Oh, my God, healing. Oh, Big Bad Urban. Hey, man, the NFL knows. They know point blank. They know that they have to stay on the left side of this. They got to. So they're going to leak. Urban's mean. By the way, did you see what Jonathan Allen said about Jack Del Rio's tweets? Defensive tackle, team captain. Me personally, I don't care about his opinion. As long as he shows up every day, works hard, that's all I want from my defensive coordinator. The level, and now I become a fan. In my opinion, everyone's entitled to their opinion, Allen said. Some guys decide to share it on Simmer, some don't. Doesn't make one person better than the other. At the end of the day, you can have a difference of opinion and still respect one another. I feel like that's what our country is about. That's what our team is about. How good is that? Now, I know I jumped around there and I went back to the Redskins thing, but a friend of mine just sent me this. Can you imagine if I'm playing for Ron Rivera, I'm looking at Ron Rivera. Now, I know I'm different, but this is how I thought as a player. This is why I went to go play for Bob Knight. Whether I liked him or not, at least I could respect him. We got coaches as activists. We got Ron Rivera and Doug Peterson trying so hard after getting their ass beat wherever they were, trying so hard, we got to make the players love us. Jacksonville will get the residual effect from the defensive work that Urban did. He hired a bad guy in Darrell Bevel. You should never hire Darrell Bevel for anything. Darrell Bevel has proven time and time again what he's about, and it ain't good. Everybody in the NFL knew what Doug Peterson was about. All you got to do is look at Mike Lombardi's tweets about him when he got hired and how many people responded to that. But the truth of the matter is now he was hired, Doug Peterson, to be the prostitute, the hitman for Khan, so he doesn't have to pay Myers $25 million. Khan's never cared about winning. I mean, everybody that I have interacted with on Twitter over the last day have said the same thing. Dude's never cared about winning. Urban Meyer cared about winning. He didn't care about going to Top Golf. He cared about getting the best nutrition. You know, Urban Meyer in his first year, he already started a new building, already started with a different nutritionist, already got people out of the building that had been there for years and were used to losing. And you know what the little media pukes did? They criticized that. Oh, man, this guy's been there 30 years. He's a great guy. Might be a great guy, but he's crap at his job, so you got to get him out. When you come in like Urban Meyer did and take over the worst franchise in the history of the NFL, guys that have been there that long need to go immediately. Actually, the first thing you do is get rid of those guys. I'm surprised Urban waited a day or 10. So now you got Doug Peterson in there doing old Connie's little work here. Urban, we need healing. And the little kids that play for the Jaguars, the men, we need healing. Let me ask you a question about this. If you're a player, I got two questions. If you're a player for the Jacksonville Jags, I guess it's different now. I guess because everybody wants to be a victim, right? But let me tell you how people of my age, actually, my son, who is that age, would look at it. I don't need no coach making me out to be a victim. I don't need no coach making me out to be soft. I don't need a coach making me out to be a pussy. I'm just telling you. That's exactly what Doug Peterson did. We need some healing. Trevor, are you okay? We'll get Dabo to wipe your ass for you, Trevor. It's okay. You're the best, Trevor. Yes, you are. You're okay, baby. Yeah, baby. You're okay, Trevor. You imagine being a conservative-leaning player in the Redskins locker room where you just watched the guy that didn't spew the nonsense that everybody else is spewing get fined $100,000? And silenced? I like Jonathan Allen. I've become a huge fan of Jonathan Allen. But Rivera can't say that because Rivera, why does he have a job? Because of his great coaching? I don't know.